Good evening, guys. How are you all? I hope that you can hear me. I didn't have any plan to come in this afternoon for the live streaming, but I came just to make sure that uh, whatever I told, I can show you the things over here, just to explaining the price action. So, if any of you are interested to take the entry to your live account, you you can close the stream and you can watch it later because I'm not interested to frame any setup rest of the time. Just love to explain little bit about the PM session or whatever happened until now. What can happen next? That's all my intention to explain here. So that's why I'm saying that if anyone interested to take entry right now, you guys can close the stream and you can do the trade by yourself. But before starting, just let me know if you can hear me. And please don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. Mm, Capture. I'm not sure you will be able to see it or not. That is the entry around the PM session I took. I recorded it, but later I'm so lazy, so I actually didn't edit it or upload it. So firstly, I took this entry from here. I will explain all of this. First, please watch this recording so that it will be easier for me to explain. I took the entry from this entry gap. I was unable to cover this last gap. So I put my stop loss over here, exactly one tick above the entry gap. That was my stop loss, which was near about 11 handle. So I took my entry over there. My target was this nude opening gap high. This liquidity, everything I'll show you. So firstly, when I took, I put the sell limit. It tapped over there, but it didn't take me. So over here, it didn't take me. Didn't take me. So later, it will take me again. Let me show you. So this time I am in the market. Market took me next time, but I'll get stopped out over there. So I got stopped out. When I got stopped out, I'll take re-entry from this last gap because my belief is market will fall again. So I will take the re-entry from there. I took re-entry from there, put a partial here to this last gap around this area. This is the partial area which is near about 23 handle. So this entry I took where I got 11 handle loss, 11 handle loss, okay, and then took re-entry. Here is 23 handle. Even if it provide me that partial, I will get 23 handle over here. You can see and over there. There the partial has taken. Then I trailed my stop loss over here, and then I'll get stopped out over there because this is that last gap. Market tap to this last gap, rejected from that last gap, and I'll get stopped out over there after covering that 23 handle profit. So first entry I took 11 handle loss. Then the next entry that has already provided me 23 handle here around this last gap here. That was my extreme target. Market didn't provide me that area, or I didn't got that chance, and then I took no entry. Then I will get stopped out over here, as you can see. Here I got the stopped out after taking the entry. This is area. Okay, I will talk about everything. So when you will see that, you'll understand that what happened over there and what is that. This is that entry gap from 15-minute chart. I was expecting that market will reverse from this entry gap, but it didn't reverse from this entry gap. It was overzealous, went through this last gap. This that last gap from that 15-minute chart here. Look at the bodies, didn't close above the 50% of that last gap, which is I really would love to see. Weak did the damage. It's okay. Sometimes weak did the damage, but bodies are going to tell you the story over here. So this last gap from 15-minute chart is holding the price. Here, this is that daily order block around the morning session. I showed you the daily order block. Let me show you one more time. So here, this is that order block. That line will be in 1-minute chart. You will see this line. That is the mean threshold of that daily order block. You will get everything over here if you watch my morning session or M session, then you will get everything. So this is that order block line. Market traded until this order block. So let me actually go to the 15-minute chart so that it will be easier for me. Until this area, market retrade that area, then fall, came until here, retrace little bit, trade that order block, highest up close body close candle, which is the 15-minute order block here, the order block from the 15-minute chart. Then market is just doing the consolidation. Let me go to the 1-minute chart. I hope that you guys can hear me. Okay, I just didn't see that you hear me or not. You can hear me. Okay. Yes, all good. Okay, Minato, thank you. So over here, this was clean lows. This low and that low. They are the clean lows. Around the morning session, I told that if market go higher, then provide me any entry opportunity. I'll go for this sell side liquidity. That is my sell side liquidity, but I'm not able to take the entry from here. So I need to see that market will go higher at least until this entry gap from 15-minute chart. So that was the entry gap from 15-minute chart. Here, if it can provide me any selling opportunity, I'll go for that sell for the sell side liquidity. Market was overzealous from that entry gap. It never give me the entry opportunity. As you can see here, I got the market structure shift, but there was no fair value gap. No fair value gap. At the same time, it was the lunch hour, so I'm not able to trade in this area. Market went higher. What did he say? Can you please make a comparison NQ 50-minute and ES 50-minute? I'll go over there. Just remind me one more time after I finish the explanation. It went higher until this area, then started to fall. Okay, here when market came around this area to this gap over here, I was observing this gap and that gap. I wanted to see that market is not coming here to that gap. Instead of that, it will work with this gap, then it will fall. When it started to fall, I I was oversure that market will tap to this propulsion block here. That low was that propulsion block. Let me mark that propulsion block here. I was almost oversure that market will tap to this propulsion block. My intention was if it can tap to this propulsion block, though it is just little before 1250, but I'll go for this trade. That was my plan here. Around this area, I'll take my entry. Going to cover that propulsion block only here. That propulsion block, not the order block, just the propulsion block I'll cover. Take a partial here to this gap around here. That was the gap. I will take a partial to this specific gap, to the top of this gap, which is here around this area. 31 handle partial, and then I'll look for this sell side liquidity, and finally my target will be the new opening gap high. That 68 handle would be my target. So that was my plan. I know that it's a little difficult to believe, but that was my plan. But market never came back again to this propulsion block. It was trying, never come here. Then this is the candle around 1246. I saw that fall. I had nothing to do over there. Then market simply took that relatively equal loss, traded that first presented gap. This is that first presented gap. It has traded that first presented gap, took that liquidity with a shallow run. When I have seen this shallow run, I put my sell side liquidity here. Instead of these two lows, I put my sell side liquidity here. If you see this low and that low, they are relatively equal lows. There is something unfinished. Market never come back and tap to the new opening gap high. It is unfinished. I'm not convinced yet that market will go higher. I'm not convinced yet. Why? Because market didn't tap to this new opening gap high. If this low could tap to this high, then I wouldn't look for any kind of sell. Market when didn't tap to this new opening gap high, instead came to these two gap, I started to look for the selling opportunity. So you saw that first sell here, got stopped out here for 11 handle, took resell there, took partial here, which was 23 handle, then got stopped out to the break even. I was watching this market, came here around this area, which is the 15-minute order block. This is the 15-minute order block. Came here one time, two time, then finally market break around this area. When market broke this area, market structure shift, fair value gap, as you can see here. I'll tell you everything. I was watching all of this market. So that was the fair value gap. My plan was I'll go for that sell here, but I didn't push my button. Why is that? I'm just showing you. My target was I'll took that entry over there. My stop loss will be here around in this area. I'll take my first partial below. See this relatively equal lows. Let me remove this one. This low and that low. They're very clean lows. Let me show you, which is a shallow run. Just took a little. So here, that will be my first partial. Again, my target is this sell side liquidity, that sell side liquidity, and to the top. Until here, it's 21 handle. So if I take the entry over here and I close my trade around 21 handle, I'm already profitable. I don't need more profit over there. The problem was the way it left that buy side liquidity. See this strong resistance zone. It stopped me to look for the sell from this area. So I was not able to push the button over here. And I saw how beautifully it has taken that relatively equal loss. And I was feeling like this candle, when this candle appeared, I was thinking that it will go and take that sell side liquidity. But it didn't do that. I am getting so happy when I have seen that it didn't take that sell side liquidity. Market came back again over there, trading all of this area. Remember, I'm not able to look for any kind of sell. The first reason is market left this buy side liquidity here, this buy side liquidity here. Let me remove this fair value gap and look at those buy side liquidity. This high, that high, that high, that high. How beautiful resistance zone over there. Took that sell side liquidity, made that relatively equal lows, this low and that low, which is also the relatively equal lows over here. And then let me actually mark it. It will be easier for us to understand here. All of this sell side liquidity made, market went higher. My interest to see that can it take those buy side liquidity, and after taking those buy side liquidity, if it can tap to the low of this 15-minute last fair value gap, where I will see the concurrent crossment rejection from 15-minute chart, low rejection. I would love to frame a sell setup from there again. Instead of this sell side liquidity, if you mark this low and that low here, that low and that low, they're very clean lows, very clean lows. I don't like this type of clean lows. As I have the opportunity to mark it from there, I'm gonna mark it from here. So this is my sell side liquidity, that is my sell side liquidity. I have some unfinished business over here. Market didn't tap to this new opening gap high. So all of these things are telling me that I should keep looking for sell. This whole buy run, I don't care about that. All I'm caring about the way market left that liquidity here, buy side liquidity there, took that buy side liquidity, can it tap to this low? Because I need a higher time frame. Now I have this order block from 15-minute chart, which is enough for me to look for the selling opportunity because I have the higher time frame point of interest over there already, that order block level. I prefer that it will tap to the low just because of concurrent crossment rejection, low rejection. Now you will see that, brother, it didn't, body didn't close around the concurrent crossment. Week closed here, or week went until that area. So why you were saying this is the concurrent crossment rejection? If the body closed below the low of this fair value gap, just below that low, body closed there and week came here, I would say low rejection. That means body closed below that fair value gap. It is called the low rejection. Week came until this area, I don't care. It's the low rejection. When the body has closed above the low and week reached until the concurrent crossment, it's called the 50% rejection. I prefer that this market will tap to this low even before falling. It will at least go until the low of this gap. Then I will start to look for a selling opportunity from there. This is my whole plan over here because of this concurrent crossment rejection, low rejection. If market fall from there, there is nothing wrong. Obviously, it can fall because you can see this is the up close body close candle, which is the order block. But I prefer that market will reach at least until the min threshold and to the low of this fair value gap, then it will fall if it wants to fall. That is my whole plan over here around this area. From 1 minute chart, all I am seeing that market has taken that buy side liquidity. All clean buy side liquidity has been taken. All of this buy side liquidity has been taken. Can it now come for this sell side liquidity? Now the problem is, sorry, not the problem. The theme is why market is doing this. Around the morning session, it was little volatile, but around the PM session, why it is doing that? Because market is rejecting from the last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. It doesn't want to go higher. It can't fall because it has the nude opening gap here. Right now, the time is almost the last hour. Whole PM session market is doing the consolidation so that everyone can be chopped up over here. In the morning session, it is also a very dangerous price action to be honest, but still we managed all the trade over there. But around the PM session, this is much more difficult to trade in this area because of this whole consolidation mode over here. Now, brother, I want to take a buy. How can I take a buy? This 15-minute fair value gap is extremely strong. If body can close above this fair value gap from 15-minute chart, you are allowed to look for buy. Now I want to look for a sell. All you need a selling setup, just a setup. If you get a setup right now, I'll go for the sell. If I don't get setup, I'm not interested to push the button. But otherwise, if I get the setup, I'll go for this sell side liquidity. First this sell side liquidity, then this sell side liquidity, which is a shallow run. All of this rejection happened from this first presented gap, which is valid until 4 p.m. Sometimes it works in the next day as well, but I am not sure about how to use this on in the next day if it is used already. But yeah, sometimes it works on the next day as well. But until now, I'm focusing on this sell side liquidity, which is an obvious liquidity, and then this sell side liquidity as well. I'm not interested at all about taking buy. What else can happen? Market will keep going higher, which is nearly 0% possibility in my opinion, but obviously it can keep going higher. If it keep going higher, I will just let this market go until it closed above this 15-minute bullish, bearish last parallel gap. Any kind of selling opportunity it will provide me, I'll go for that sell. This sell side liquidity, this sell side liquidity, whatever will be my target, I will make sure that my partial has been taken to this last parallel gap, in that last parallel gap. As you have seen here, this last, sell side liquidity, above that sell side liquidity, I have this last parallel gap. So remember, I took the partial to that last parallel gap because this last parallel gap has the power to stop the price, send it higher again. Same thing here. This last parallel gap so far has the power to stop the price and send it higher again. So I don't want to get that much risk. If I have an opportunity to go for sell, I'll make sure that I have taken a partial over here, which is not gonna be small. I believe it's near about 18 handle. Around the PM session, 18-20 handle is more than enough because PM session the volatility is lower comparing with this AM session. There one candle is going to provide you like how much? This one candle has provided you 20 handle. Just 1 minute candle has provided you 20 handle. But in the PM session, the volatility is much more lower. But let's see how it is going to react over here. This is all I wanted to explain. That's why I came here. In one day, how many winning trade do you need? I see some of you keep posting or keep writing that I took that buy, that sell, that buy, that sell, that buy, that sell. Why don't you stop? Why is that, brother? Why don't you stop? When you are taking loss, you have the limit. When you are taking profit, there is no limit. There is no limit. If you get $500, that is your profit. If you get $5,000, that is your profit. If you get $50,000, that is also your profit. If you get $50 million, that is also your profit. If you get 500 loss, that your loss. If you get $2,000 loss, you have blown your account. You don't have a limit of your loss, but you have a limit of your loss, but you don't have a limit of your win. Why you keep taking the NQ? When you will understand that this is the only thing you should avoid, that only thing is making you a consistently loser. When you will understand this, brother. habit is something. You have to work with your habit. I'm doing this paper trade for 6 months. After 6 months, when I'll be in my real account, trust me, I won't be able to stop myself because I'm habituated with pushing button. I can't stop myself. So please make sure that you know your limit. If you don't know your limit, you know nothing. Okay, Morath, what did you say, brother? Uh, can you please make a comparison NQ 15 minute and ES 15 minute? Okay, in ES market has taken that high. So in NQ market is going to take that high as well. I mean, comparing with the ES and E-mini S&P, sorry, E-mini S&P and Nasdaq, E-mini Nasdaq should take that high. Okay, because when market is going higher, Nasdaq is much more stronger comparing with E-mini S&P. So when E-mini S&P has taken all of these highs, it should go for all of those highs as well, according to the SMT. So I'm not interested to use the SMT for my trading because I'm just watching this 15-minute chart, and from 15-minute chart, it seems like this guy is going to take that the E-mini S&P, sorry, E-mini Nasdaq is going to take that high because E-mini S&P has taken the high. So it's a possibility that market will go higher and take that high. That is also a possibility by watching these two chart. But I really don't want to use that SMT things here right now. I want to stay over here until this last gap is not broken. I would love to look for sell or something like that. Do you have any other specific question, brother? I mean, by watching these two chart, it seems like that Nasdaq is going to take that high, okay? That high, because even S&P has taken that high here. By that specific week, it has taken that high, and Nasdaq failed to take that high. As this is the strongest, so it should go and take that high as well, which is a fake SMT. It should correct that SMT. But I really don't want to use this concept right now. I want to stick with the price action without elimination chart. So I prefer selling instead of buying. But we'll see. We'll see. All of this sell liquidity is my interest. Before falling, I really would appreciate that if it can tap the low of this 50-minute gap. I really appreciate that. If it can tap the low, then give me the selling setup. I'll go for that selling setup with confidence. Otherwise, maybe I'll miss the trade like the way I missed it. I'm not going to push the button, to be honest. This PM session, it's absolutely messy right now. I'm not interested to trade in this area anymore. But yeah, if I were trading or if I were interested, then I wanted to see that it will tap to this low first, then it will fall. That was my interest. Let's see how it is going to work here. You're most welcome, Murad 8C. Murad, what's your real name, brother? Netkid, first tell me why you are looking for sell. Can you please tell me why you are looking for sell? Oh, okay, Morad is your real name. That's perfect. So it tapped to this low of that first, sorry, that last gap. So constant encroachment rejection from 15-minute chart, low rejection from 15-minute chart here. Constant encroachment rejection, low rejection. Can it fall now? My whole interest is now to see if it can fall with big move. Okay, something like boom, something like that. If it fall like that way, I will be interested to look for sell because I say it so. Oh man, don't you think? I mean, you should have your own opinion, brother. Let's see where the body has closed. This body has, where did it close? This is the mean threshold of that order block, and as you can see, body has closed the 15-minute body. Okay, it has just closed below that mean threshold of that order block. I'm happy to see that it is supporting that mean threshold. Perfect. So can it fall now? It's my interest to see, can it fall now? Yeah, thought process is everything, Netkit. Absolutely. If you focus on entry only, it will lead you to the losing trade only. If you think about the thought process, why you are looking for that sell, how can you change the thinking process? Everything will be clear and much more easier for you if you focus on your thought process. But if you focus, whoever is focusing on entry only, they will never get the, the secret of this trading. They will never get it because they only look for entry. Why they are taking that entry, they don't know that. When they don't know, then they're doing the gamble. And for gambling, I believe that casino is the best place. From 1 minute chart, it's a bull run. Okay, it seems like that market is going for all the high. It is going for that all high, right? From 1 minute chart. Don't focus over here. Just look over here. It seems like that it's going for that all high, and this high will be taken or everything. It seems like that. Why you are thinking like that way? If it really would love it to go higher, maybe it will go higher. I don't know. Maybe it will go higher. But if it really wanted to go higher, why did it left those liquidity around this area? I don't like it. The way it left those liquidity here, I am not convinced. If I really would love to go higher, for example, it went higher. This area, okay, it went higher. Perfect. It has taken all of this liquidity. No liquidity left. Look, by that specific run, it has taken all of this liquidity. Here, there is no liquidity left. Market cleared all of this liquidity, then it went higher. I'm convinced. Perfect. I'm convinced. But here, if it really would love to go higher, why do you leave this support zone? If you look from this body, this is the body to the wick, and mark a zone around that area. Okay, so here to here, this is a zone. Look at that zone around this area. Okay, just keep it until that area. That zone, that zone, that zone, 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 zone. Every single time market is tapping to this zone, it is reacting, reacting, reacting. What is that? One, two, three, four, five, six. Sixth bottom. I have sixth bottom over here, which is a very strong support zone. Why you are so supportive? Everyone is going to get the profit by taking that buy. Oh man, I'm not. If you are the owner of this chart, okay, if you are the owner of this chart and you knew that people are taking buy here, people are taking sell there, relatively equal highs, they are taking sell, and their stop loss is above that area, and their stop loss is below that area. Okay, just below that area. What you would do if you want to send the market lower? For example, you want to send the market lower. What you will do? First, you will make them believe I'm going higher. so they will take the buy here. Whoever didn't believe this area, they're chasing this price, they're taking buy here, everyone is taking buy because I don't want to miss this trade. Market is going to take that high. I don't want to miss this trade, so let's take the buy, let's take the buy, let's take the buy. If you are the market maker, what you would do? Whoever took the sell here, they got stopped out, and then when the resistance turns into support, they are taking the buy as well. So every single person is now the buyers. There is no sellers left here. No sellers. Simply there is no sellers left over here. What do you want to do? If you wanna take all of their money, think about that. What you are going to do? Are you going to take that high, or are you going to fall? At least until a certain level, so that almost 80% of the people are going to get stopped out because some of them has already trailed their stop loss below the swing low, or maybe some other area they trailed their stop loss, or maybe they put the stop loss here somewhere because the support, I mean, sorry, the resistance turned into support here. So the support zone here, their stop loss is there. If it keep going higher and take that high, they're going to be profitable. Your money is going to in their pocket. Do you really want them to be profitable and take your money? I wouldn't do that. So what I would do, I would send the price lower, at least until this gap here, at least until that gap, I would send the price lower. Then I would think about the buy or sell or any other things. But like this way, no, I wouldn't go for the buy like that way, because then every one of them are going to be profitable. Not only those people, but also all of these people. All of these people, they are going to be profitable. I don't want them to be profitable. No sell is valid. I mean, Netkid, I think you are not around the morning session. If you are around the morning session, you wouldn't ask me this question. Around the morning session, when market fall, I showed that this is a selling opportunity, but I'm not able to take that sell. Why? Because market is just above that new day opening gap or the first presented gap. So if I take and sell here, I have to take the partial to the top of this first presented gap or new day opening gap high. Now, if I take a partial over there by taking the entry here, it's gonna be like, now it's showing that 20 handle, but if you look first presented gap high, it's gonna be like 10 handle or something like that. It's just something 10 handle or something like that. So if I take the entry here and if I take the partial around 10 handle, I won't be even able to move my stop loss. Why is that? Because the range is very small. But from here, even if I would love to look for a sell from this gap, just think about that gap. From there until to the top of this gap is 28 handle. Look at this 20 handle. So at least I'll be able to catch some partial over here. 28 handle partial is more than enough. Then it will fall or it will keep going lower. We'll see that, or we'll look for that later. But at least 28 handle, I'll be able to catch that 28 handle. So selling is not valid when there is no range above that new day opening gap or the first presented gap. If I take a sell here, for example, if I am able to take a sell here, from there to until this first presented gap, it's 66 handle. Obviously, I'm not going to hold my trade for 66 handle. What I will do, I'll close my trade around here somewhere. I mean, sorry, take a partial like 20 or 25 handle, something like that. Then I'll let the rest go. If it can take that sell side liquid, or it can keep going, I mean, keep falling or something like that. But the sell from here, it's not valid, because if I take a sell from there, which is just above that new day opening gap or the first presented gap, the range is very small. I won't be able to take the partial at all. Now this market is keep going higher. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch my thinking and going to take the buy. Obviously no, I'll let this go, because my intention was looking for sell. The logic was there. That was the thought process. Why I was looking for sell, that was the thought process. But market is keep going higher. What does it mean? That means I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, why I'm going to chase the price? There was a plan. there was no plan. If I take the buy, there is no plan. I'm just taking the buy because market is bullish. But if I wait for the sell, maybe market will provide me the sell, maybe it won't provide me the sell. I don't care. But if it provide me a sell, I'll go for that sell because that is my plan. I will work with my plan. If it never provide me the selling opportunity, the way it never provide me the selling opportunity around this area where I was looking for a sell for this sell side liquidity, it never send give me that. I didn't take it. If it happened inside the PM session, I would go for the trade around this area. Even if it doesn't trade that propulsion block, I would go and force the market to take that sell from there. But it was in lunch hour, so all this sell happened around the lunch hour. I was unable to participate in that fall. So what I have done, I didn't do nothing here. I waited for the PM session, then I tried to catch that little fall or something like that. Right now, market is keep going higher. I'll let him go. It is going against my plan. I don't need to be right. Nobody is going to be right 100% of the time. Nobody. Simply nobody is going to be right 100% of the time. If I'm right, I'll participate in this price action. If I'm not right, I'm not going to touch this market. Simple. Is it difficult? I don't think so. I'm not interested to look whatever happening in this 1 minute chart. I'm observing this 15-minute chart. I'm watching how the body is going to close, where the body is going to close. Is it going to close below this min threshold, or is it going to close above this min threshold, or is it going to close above the low of this last gap, or is it going to close below the low of this last gap? Because if it closes below the low of this last gap, concurrent crossment rejection, low rejection. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to push the button. Okay, I'm just here to explaining the thought process. What is my thought process? How I plan for a trade. When I will push my button, that is different matter. And always you see how I go for the trade. And it depends. For example, here, can I go for the trade over there? 100% no. Why you are going to go for that trade? Do you have any breaker block here? No. Do you have any inversion parallel gap? No. Do you have any market structure shift? No. Do you have any what can I say? Uh, I mean, any setup over there. I don't have any setup over there. Why forcing the market? I'm not interested to force the market. So I will not take this entry because if market really would love to fall, I will get 1000 opportunity because I know the sell side liquidity is here. I will get at least 1000 opportunity to take the sell. I'm not just in rush after seeing this run to go for the sell. Now, can I go for the sell here? 100% I can go for the sell. How can I go for the sell? This candle has closed below this highest up close body close candle. This candle is the order block. So I would love to take a sell here. I'm just saying how we can go for the sell. Stop loss is going to cover that order block, 6 handle. Maybe your target is here. Now, are you willing to take that 7 handle loss? If you take that 7 handle loss, is it going to hurt you? How many losing trade did you take before? How many winning trade did you take before? Maybe you took like 30 winning trade. Okay, already not 30 actually, maybe two winning trade. For example, 20 handle, 20 handle, 40 handle winning trade. You already got 40 handle winning trade. After getting 40 handle winning trade, if you lose 6 or 7 handle, is it going to hurt you? If you think that it is going to hurt you, don't go for the trade. If you think no, I have already got 40 handle profit, so if I lose 7 more handle, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to push my button anymore. Then take that risk. You know what you are looking for. There is nothing wrong to take that risk. But you are already maybe 40 handle loss. You have 40 handle loss. Okay. Just for example, you have already got 40 handle loss. After getting 40 handle loss, do you think that you should push the button over there? More 7 handle losing opportunity here. Should you push the button over there? Obviously no, because you are already in 40 handle loss. You should not go for that trade. So it depends on your situation. In which situation you are right now? Are you in profit? Are you in loss? Are you in break even? Where are you? For example, I took that entry here and my stop loss is maybe there, 22 handle. Am I going to take that entry? Maybe I have 60 handle profit. Already I have 60 handle profit. Am I going for that trade? 100% no. Why? Because it's 22 handle. It's huge. I'm not interested to take that huge loss. But it's 5 handle, and I'm already maybe like I have like 20 handle profit. I have 20 handle profit, and it's just a 5 handle risk. Are you going to go for that? 100% I'm going for that because I explained what I'm looking for. Look over here, min threshold, low rejection. I'm looking for that specific thing. In any kind of entry opportunity, I'll go for that depending on my situation. What I have done in the morning session, in the London session, in every single area, what I have done. I have 40 handle profit and I took that risk. Okay. For example, I took the entry here and my stop loss was there. Just for example, that was my entry, stop loss here. Just 500. And then I got stopped out over here. Okay. What I'm going to do? I'm going to take re-entry? No. Why? Because this is not a setup. Here I don't have a setup here. So why I need to force the market again and again. Here I had the opportunity to go for the sell. First I tried there, it didn't work, got 1100 loss. I took re-entry from there. I just didn't wait for the market close below this parallel gap. Instead, I just go for the trade from this last gap. I got mitigated my profit. Sorry, loss over there. I'm cool with that because there wasn't setup. What do I have here? Do I have any setup over there? No. Market is just falling. It reached until this area, then it started to fall. Why I'm in rush? No, I'm not in rush. I'm not interested to take this entry. Why is that? Because there is no setup. Is that clear, guys? I know this small portion of the what to say, I mean the lecture you don't like because that is called rant. But to be honest, this is more important comparing with everything else. This is much more important. I'm not interested to frame any kind of setup around this PM session. I just came to explain how I am doing all of these things. What I'm thinking after seeing all of this bull run. I'm thinking right now. I know that you don't need me over here, but I just came to explain. Even if that is a big bull run, I don't care about that. Why market is reaching over there, I know that, and you should know that as well. It came here just to trade that order block, mean threshold, and the low of this 50-minute last gap, so that it can make the constant crossment rejection, low rejection before falling again. Just because of that it came here. Now after falling certain level here, then it will go higher. We'll see that, but I don't believe in that because the time is the crucial area here. It's already what is the time right now? It's 3:18. So almost just half an hour left. Okay, this market is going to close after maybe just 40 minutes. Please don't forget to push the like button. Okay? And I really didn't want to disturb any of you, but I just opened. So if or any of you feel bad, just just close the stream. Do you know? I mean, please don't push the button over here. But what is the reason for thinking that it will fall and it will take that low? What is happening here? What I covered by my stop loss? Did I cover that high? No. I have covered this order block line. See this order block line? I just covered that order block line. I believe that this market is not going for that mean threshold of that order. Now it didn't work. I'm not interested to trade any here. I have already explained there is no entry setup. But if I go for the trade here, where should be my stop loss? Just cover that order block from 15-minute chart by believing that if this market would love to fall, it doesn't need to retest that mean threshold of that 50-minute order block. By thinking like that way, I should keep looking for sell from there if I have any opportunity over there. That's why my stop loss will be there. Otherwise, my stop loss should be cover at least this gap which is unfilled or sorry, unfinished over here. So I want to see how it is going to react from that gap, from this gap. By the way, if I see any entry opportunity, obviously I will outline that. The rant I have explained over there about that entry, it's the most important part. Please focus over there. Are you still in profit? Yes. You have like 50 handle profit. Then take a 6 handle risk, man. There is nothing wrong. You have already 50 handle profit. So if you take 6 handle loss and it's a loss, you are going to get like just how much you are going to lose. 6 handle, it's gonna be like 44 handle is still profit. But if you are already 10 handle, 20 handle loss, don't take that risk. Hey Hassan, how are you, brother? Good evening, Hassan. I prefer to see the market going for today's high. Okay, why is that, Alan? Why you are thinking like that way? I guess today's high is here. That is today's high. I don't think so, brother. It will go that far. I mean, it can go obviously, but I don't think so. It will go that far. Instead of that, I prefer that market will close inside this new opening gap. Exactly inside this new opening gap. Not above this new opening gap, not below this new opening gap. It will close inside this new opening gap, or maybe at least around this area. So if you say here, exactly around this area, market will close. How do you know market isn't listening to you and doing exactly opposite of what you want? What do you think about this tool? When I use this tool, what do you think about that? In ICT's 2022 mentorship, ICT talked about something. I hope, I mean, I guess you guys have missed that part. That part is ICT told take some entry with the lowest leverage and fill the market. Now, we are poor, okay? We are not like millionaire like ICT himself. We are not millionaire, so we can't fill the market by pushing our button. It's not possible for us. So what I will do, I will fill the same market by putting these things. If it works perfectly, for example, I think that market will tap over there, then it will fall. So I will put this one to fill the market. If it worked like that way, tapped over there, then started to fall. In the meantime, if it provides some kind of entry opportunity over here, I'll go for that trade. So this is filling market. It is going to tell me is market listening to me or not. If it's listening to me, that means the setup is also going to work. If it doesn't listen to me, the setup is not going to work. Simple. It's not listening to me. Now you can obviously push the button and fill the market if you have the money, but I don't have the money, so I don't fill the market by pushing the button. And if you keep practicing them, one time will come when you don't even need to put this. You don't even need to put this because when you are seeing the market, you can feel that where is this tool situated. For example, I don't need to put it over here because I'm seeing if it can work like this way, like this way, if it can work like that way. I'm just observing it without putting this tool over here. Without putting this tool, I'm feeling this market. So if it is working, then I'll look for an entry opportunity. If you ask me what can be the entry opportunity, for example, it tapped to this last gap. Now next candle, boom. Okay, here big run shifted this market. This low has been shifted by a big run. The next candle make a fair value gap over there. In the meantime, it has closed below this volume balance or below this fair value gap. That is a confirmation. Go for the sell. If it doesn't work, perfect setup didn't work. Now it is keep going higher. What does it mean? That means whatever I'm expecting, it's not going to work. Market is not listening to me. I'm cool, man. You missed a lot. Hassan, please watch the first part of today's live streaming, morning session live streaming. The first part, okay? I mean, it's like until 9:30. Just until that area. Please watch that part. From the beginning to until 9:30. That's seriously important. Most of them are rand and also the price action all together. But it's gonna be like half an hour, maximum half an hour, 30 minutes. Please watch that part. It's really so important. Mid and liquidity type could probably attack today's high. So you're seeing this relatively equal highs. Oh, sorry, not that one. Uh, oh, okay. So you are seeing this high and that high. They're relatively equal highs. So if it go for that relatively equal highs, it can simply go for that today's high. Absolutely, it can do that. 100% it can do that. There is two type of entry opportunity. First, I'm looking for a sell. Okay, so I was looking for a sell, looking for a sell. I was looking for this gap will hold the price, send market lower. There is a market structure shift, fair value gap. I would go for that trade, sell setup. There is another type of selling. I mean, entry opportunity. What is that? Market is going higher, so it has taken some liquidity. Market structure shift, fair value gap. Market trade that fair value gap. Now it is going higher. So I was looking for sell when market didn't provide me the selling opportunity. Now I would love to go for the buy. You will see in YouTube channel, lot of people do this. Lot of people, okay, they're famous, they're so beautiful, they read the price action thousand times better than me, thousand times better than me. But they do this type of things. Now, please don't do that. You are looking for sell, keep looking for sell. You are looking for buy, keep looking for buy. Don't give a shit to that fall. You are looking for a buy, don't give a shit to that fall. Instead, keep looking for a buying opportunity. If you ever see that one guy from YouTube who is actually looking for sell and suddenly he moved and look for buy? What they're doing, if they don't explain why they're looking for buy over there, if they don't explain, then don't follow that. Why is that? Because that is the most dangerous habit. We most of the people get chopped up. They don't do that with their real account. They just do that with the evil account or maybe the YouTube account or something like that. It's called revenge trade. I was looking for sell. Now I'm looking for buy because market is bullish. It didn't provide me the selling opportunity. So I'm going for the buy. I was looking for sell and now I'm saying that okay, this is actually the order block. Market has traded the order block. This is the propulsion block. I want to take a buy from there. And then I took the buy. Sometimes I'll be right. I'll say that see I have booked 50 handle profit. But don't do that. It will ruin you. It will destroy you. So if you are looking for sell, keep looking for sell. Market don't give a shit until the next uh, something very obvious. Until something very obvious, don't give a shit. By the way, guys, I mean, I'm going to give away to 50K account for my funded futures. I guess next Monday. What do you say? Next Monday, I'll go for two my funded futures giveaway. So far, I just give five for take profit trader account. So I'm planning to give two my funded futures account giveaway. It will cost little money for me, but I'll go for that. So let's see if it can go and go below that low for shifting the market structure. If it can fall like this way, see this fall. If it can fall like that way and shift that low, I'll start to look for a selling opportunity from there. No problem, brother. Hassan, I missed you a lot, Hassan. To be honest, brother, I missed you a lot. I'm ob- Now, guys. Removing this order block line, this mean threshold line, because they are over here. I know that order block, that mean threshold, everything is over here. So I don't need those line over here in this market. Instead of that, I wanna see this low can be shifted or not. One tick below that low. Can market go one tick below that low? That's my interest to see right now. And please let me know what about that giveaway. If I do that around the Monday, is it good or not? Hey Natalia, thank you. Morad, whenever you want. Thank you, sir. By the way, Morad, I watch your uh, art in the Discord. It's awesome, brother. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, man. You're doing a good job. You're so good, man. Just don't get provided or influenced by any of us whoever are doing this, all of this, the fake mentorship or something like that, fake guru. Don't give a shit to any of us. Whatever you are doing, in my opinion, you are doing the best. So please keep focus over there. I'm looking for a selling opportunity, right? Market didn't give me the market structure sheet. Am I going to push the button? 100% no. I need something to push the button. If I get that, I'll go for that trade. If I don't get it, I'm not going for that trade. Now, here, this highest up close body close candle is an order block. Okay? This specific candle has validated this order block. That candle has validated this order block. I want to take a sell from this order block. Okay, just for example, from there, my stop loss is going to be one tick above that order block, just one tick above that order block, and maybe my target is going to be here around this area. For example, five handle stop loss. Am I able to take that loss? It depends on my previous trading. Am I profitable? Am I a loser? If I'm loser, I'm obviously not going to get that loss or that risk. If I'm already profitable, I don't give a shit of that 5 handle or 6 handle. I know that it's going to fall. If I'm wrong, I'll get just 5 handle loss. I don't care. Now, you are looking for a buying opportunity. For example, you missed that entry here. So what you are willing to do, maybe you would love to take and buy over here. Same thing. You are looking for a buy. Okay, so you would love to take a buy here. Maybe you are going to put a stop loss around this area, 10 handle stop loss or something like that. And maybe your target is here, just here. Just for example, I'm just explaining it. That is your target. You would love to take the entry over there because you missed the entry over here. So you wanna chase this price and you would love to take that entry. So that is 10 handle stop loss. Are you willing to take that loss? It depends on your previous trading. Are you still profitable? Are you still loser? If you are loser, don't go for that buy. If you are profitable, take that risk. What, nothing is wrong over there. I'm looking for sell. It didn't provide me selling opportunity. I'm not going to push the button. Simple. Mr. Tito will kill the market again like before. Inshallah, Hassan, inshallah. I don't talk about the first fair value gap. It's been a decade, man. That's why I was missing you, because you were the one who was focusing on the first fair value gap entry a lot. Even I forgot about the first fair value gap entry. It's been a long. I even don't notice the first fair value gap entry. I already forgot that, to be honest. If you ask me now to go for the first fair value gap entry, I won't be able to mark them because I have already forgot them. Oh man, really, bro, I feel like gambling. No, you don't gamble. The way you mark, it's really so beautiful. I mean, keep practicing, brother. You're really doing a good job. Look how it is struggling to break this last gap. How it is struggling to break it. My last line to enter into this market is 344. If it is 344, I will be able to push the button. If it is more than 344, I'm done. I'm not forgetting you, Tito, on this new year occasion. You're a good person with a good heart. You made trading easy and more qualitative qualitative for me. I just want to thank you for your help throughout the year. Hey Yanni, thanks for that, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm trying my level best so that these concepts can be little easier for you. And as I'm not doing any kind of private mentorship, so there is nothing that I'm going to hide. Whatever I know, I will explain it. That's all. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be right every time. That doesn't mean that every single day is gonna be profitable day. But I will try my level best with psychology, with trading style, with becoming a profitable trader, with the setup, with the price action, with the high time frame analysis, with everything, with every single minute. How to read the price, how to look for some specific thing, why I'm looking for that, how I'm looking for that. Everything I will try to explain. And if it helps you, I'm grateful. Thank you, awesome. Thanks for that, man. Just help me, okay? I really forgot about that first parallel gap entry. I forgot everything. I don't remember nothing about that first parallel gap, but it was awesome. Where I don't need the market structure shift, I need nothing. It was awesome. But it's been a long. I don't look for that, and I forgot that. No shame to surrender. I forgot that, to be honest. Brother, what do you see? This low and that low. What do you see? Just remember one thing. If you ever see this type of lows, remember, market never leave these lows. I mean, it leave it, but like it's very rare that market is going to leave those type of lows or those type of highs, which are very clean like this, very clean. Market doesn't like to keep it like that way. Thank you so much, T2, for being so good to us. Do you think price will draw to 22,385, 22,385, 22,385? I don't, I'm not bullish, brother. Okay, to be honest, I'm not bullish, so I'm not interested to look for those buy run. Instead of that, I'm interested to look for the sell run whole this week. That means market should not go for that all-time high by this week. Next week we will see how it is going to react next week. But this week I want to see market will stay below here, not above. Okay? I feel you today. So happy. Did you find? I don't have any girlfriend, by the way. I have this chart with me. That's all, brother. I didn't find it girlfriend. Isn't it 21, 994 also relatively equal lows? 21, 994, 21, 994, 21, 994. Yeah, I have the sell side liquidity here actually. I just marked that low. Instead of these lows, I just marked that low. So it's also the sell side liquidity, but I'm focusing over here for this gap. So my interest to see that if market can fall for this gap here, around this gap. This is my all focus is over here. Okay. Now look over here, these two lows. See these two lows, they are very clean. Market took those lows and then came here around this area. What do you see here? What do you see here? Okay. For example, selling is there. Please don't push the button. It's my request. Please don't push the button. And maybe until this area. Okay. Just going to cover that highest high. Target is this relatively equal lows. Why is that? Because they're too clean, this low and that low, they're too clean. Please don't push the button, it's my request. Please don't do it. I'm just pushing my button. I pushed my button just to show you these lows. I want to catch that lows. How can I catch that lows? If and only if there is any kind of possibility to go for the trade, I'll take that opportunity and I'll go for these lows because they're too clean over here. Just let me put it over here, like here, these lows, like that lows. Those lows are very clean. These lows are very clean. My stop loss, one tick above the highest high, which has taken all of this buy side liquidity. So I put my stop loss just one tick above that high. Going to believe that market is not going to take that high. That's why it's just over there. Now stop loss is not too big. It's gonna be like six handle, just six handle. Okay, 48, 54. So six handle. I saw this relatively equal lows here. I pushed my button, put my stop loss just one tick above that high, which has taken all of the liquidity. This gap is holding the price. Can it fall for these things? Because they are too clean. I don't like that market will leave these clean lows. Please don't push the button again. They will take these lows here. This is the last moment of the trading by today. So it can be little volatile. That means it can go little higher again before falling. Everything can happen because this is not the right moment to push the button. But here, these lows should be taken. Just keep that in your mind. This is a kind of information you should keep your mind. Keep that in your mind because these lows are clean. It's not something relatively equal lows. It's not something, uh, what to say, I mean, some kind of lows, they're very near to each other. It's something that is like tick by tick. I'm not, I'm not good with this type of lows. Whenever I'll see this type of lows, I will target them. Hey SK, you didn't sleep yet, brother? I didn't cook yet. I mean, I cooked yesterday the fish with the potato. Today I didn't cook actually. So I'll just cook the rice and then enough. By the way, do you know how to cook? But why won't you take those relatively equal since you mentioned market rarely leaves really equal? No, I didn't say that rarely leaves the relatively equal lows. I told that market rarely leaves those type of clean lows. That means exact lows. Market rarely leave those type of exact lows. But relatively equal lows, obviously market can leave them for tomorrow or maybe long time. For long time they can leave those relatively equal lows. Now, why I'm not thinking that market is going to take that sell side liquidity by today? Because of the time. Look at the time. What time is it now? Right now, this is the candle 3:45 candle. So market has just 15 minutes left to fall or to go higher. Whatever it is going to do, it has just 15 minutes left. Oh, by the way, I got a stop out over here by tick. It has just 15 minutes left. So it doesn't have any opportunity to fall that far without any kind of news or anything. That's I don't think so that it will go that far. What the hell? I always do this. I mean, if I ever push the button when I trail my stop loss, I always keep looking for the stop loss. If it was there, was that going to work or not? So I always try to use this one. So, and most of the time I see this has happened. So I feel very good. Okay, that was good. At least I cover one more or two more handle. I've just covered from there. I'll wait until 355 because I believe that before 355 it's gonna be taken. And as you can see, market never leave anywhere. In this whole PM session, market never leave. No, not even it fall, not even it go higher. It was just consolidating around the same area. So this is the PM session. Started from there. In my opinion, around 1 p.m. is the PM session. From that area to until that area, market is just consolidating in the same area. Why? Because market doesn't want to go higher. Market doesn't want to fall. If it wants to go higher, it has to break this 50-minute last parallel gap. If it wants to fall, it has to break this nude opening gap. It doesn't want to do any of them. It wants to leave this market like this way. Why is that? As I explained around the morning session, how we are going to expect the price action for this week. Just because of that, it doesn't want to go anywhere. It's just moving in the same area. Finally, it has taken that high, which is the extreme liquidity has been taken over here. No entry is valid after 345 for me. And please don't, I hope that nobody push the button over there. I'll just push the button to show you that how I'm going to predict this one is going to work. It will tap here, it will go for that sell side liquidity. It didn't do that, but remember that line 22039.50. You will see that it's taken. Even if it doesn't take it before the PM session or the closing of today's price action, it will be taken. Just remember this line 22039.50. Yeah, I know the wives, they're really so good, so beautiful because they always appreciate their husband. Okay, I missed this gap actually. My mistake. It was not your mistake, it was my mistake. There was a gap, I didn't notice that. That gap was unfinished business in that specific leg. This was the last gap. So market was actually, I thought that it has traded that gap by this candle, but that was my mistake. It didn't trade that last gap. So it actually came until this area to trade that gap. Now it will fall and take this low. It is going to be taken. Trust me. I just don't have the. I didn't notice this gap. Okay, to be honest, I didn't notice that this gap didn't trade yet. So I thought that this high has traded this last gap, but it was my mistake. So market came until this area, some specific gap, which is the last gap. There is your liquidity, clean loss. It has taken that clean loss. Now the time is after 3:45. I'm not able to trade, but I believe that this market is now keep falling. at least until this gap. So keep that gap in your mind. It will fall until this gap at least. That is my intention, to see if it can reach until this gap. So next candle is gonna be highly volatile. After 12 seconds, whatever candle is going to print it in this chart, you will see the volatility. T2, you can select the first. Yep, 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 yep. So the first fair value gap is gonna be this one, right? This is gonna be the first fair value gap, if I'm not wrong. And entry is gonna be from there. Now, please don't push the button. It's after 4 p.m. of session. Stop loss is going to cover the 50% of the week. Target is gonna be the entry fair value gap. Where is the entry fair value gap? Where is the entry fair value gap? This is the last gap. This is the entry gap. So it should be until this area. Hassan, am I right? Or did I miss something? Or this is the, I think this is the first fair value gap, right? Hassan, just make me right if I marked it wrong. I really forgot about the first fair value gap. It was awesome, where I don't need the market structure shift. I need nothing. And there are some rules. Maybe one candle, if it go through that gap, one candle, then I have to maybe take the entry whenever it will close. There was something, that type of rules or something. I forgot about them. Just keep that fair value gap in your mind. I believe that this market will come here, and finally it is going to close inside this green zone. That is my intention to see. Yeah, 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 Hassan. Yeah, brother, just let me remind me, okay? I really forgot about the first fair value gap entry. It's been a long. I don't look at that first fair value gap entry, but it was awesome and very, very specific. Yeah, if any of you are interested and you are thinking that me and Hassan knows about this, no, I have the video in our study folder which is called first fair value gap entry, or the no market structure shift is needed. I guess the name of the title of that video is no market structure shift needed. Okay, something like that. That is our first fair value gap entry model. You guys can check that out. It was awesome. But to be honest, I forgot that. Yeah, brother, it came after 3:45. Nothing to do. Just nothing to do. Netkit, you can check it from the study folder. First, no market structure shift needed. If I'm not wrong, it was like no market structure shift needed. That is the title of that gap. So remember, what did I say? This low and that low, that clean low. Market never leave it. Why it was going higher? I was astonished, or I was just surprised. Why it is going to take that high? I was thinking that this high is not going to be taken. My mistake is I didn't notice that this last parameter from 1 minute chart, market here didn't trade that gap. I thought it has traded this gap, but actually it didn't trade that gap. Instead of that, this high and that high, they are the relatively equal highs. Let me show you this here. But to be honest, I didn't notice this. Okay, it's my mistake. Look at that. You see this. Let me mark it as a buy side equity. So look at the fun. Okay, look at the fun. Let me make it little bigger. I'm going to close it, so I'm not going to take more time of you. So this, look at this swing high. That is a high. Okay, this high and that high. And let me make it one tick. Let me remove the fair value gap. This high and that high. Why not this high? Because this candle has made the fair value gap. Then this is a high. On its left, there is a lower candle. And on its right, there is a lower candle. A high and a high. What do you see? This high and that high. I didn't notice this. I'm sorry. I really didn't notice this. Sometimes I'm a human being, so I do the mistake. This high and that high. Is it similar with something else, brother? Market went higher. Take this thing, trade that last gap, fair value gap here. So I'm just going to remove this gap. Instead of this gap, I'm going to keep this gap, okay? Here, that gap. Market structure shift here. This low has been shifted here. Trade that fair value gap, came here around this area. Entry fair value gap, last fair value gap. Any of this fair value gap should be traded. So here, this is the entry fair value gap. This is the last fair value gap. This gap is useless. If market wanted to reverse from this gap, I'm not agree with that. Though it's the first gap, but to be honest, I want to see it will reach at least until this gap, and then it will go through this gap, it will reach for this gap. When I'm looking for sell, I don't give a shit all of this buy. All of this buy, I don't give a shit. All of this, no, 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 no. It is inside the session. Just for example, it is inside the session, not out of 344. Do you see your entry? What I was looking for here? Did I get that? Whatever I was looking for? Sir, it is something thought process. This is the thought process. Work with your thought process. Make sure that what you are looking for, why you are looking for, and why market should go over there. What is the reason for that? Just liquidity is not enough for driving this market. It's not enough. You need something more. Where did it come? Entry gap. I believe that it's coming here to this last gap. But obviously it's until this area, it's okay. But I believe that it will reach at least until this last gap. This gap and that gap, they are very specific gap. Has already taught you these two gap. There is something called gap, which is the fair value gap. I believe that it will reach at least until this last gap. And finally, if before the closing, I want to see that market will come here around this area before closing. That means before 5 p.m., not before 4 p.m., before 5 p.m. I want to see that market will come until this area. If it failed to do that, after opening, market will first come here because there is something unfinished. Remember, unfinished. It didn't tap to this area. It didn't tap to this area. Here, nobody has tapped to this area. This line, nobody has traded that line. So something is unfinished here. Where did it come? Sir. Boom, 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 boom. How many handle is there? If you go from this parallel gap, it's not valid again. It's not valid because it's out of the session. But it's still like 35 handle at the end of the day. I don't care all of these things. I don't care about them because I know what I'm looking for. If it doesn't provide me that, instead it is keep going higher, keep going higher. What I will do? I will do nothing. Instead of that, I will keep looking for this. Look at the reaction from this gap and that gap. Both of them are the same gap. This gap, that gap. Both of them are the same gap. Which one is going to be broken? It depends on your bias. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Where is your liquidity? Do you have sell side liquidity? Do you have buy side liquidity? So I have sell side liquidity. So this is going to be broken. I have buy side liquidity. So this is going to be broken. It is going to hold the price. It is going to be broken. But I have the sell side liquidity. Then it should be broken. If there is time, then it should be broken. But at least until this area market should come. Then, oh man, oh man, it was unexpected to be honest. To be honest, it was unexpected. That much run around the last hour, that much run was unexpected. But it is what it is, guys. I tried my level best, okay? Just to explain the thought process how I would love to go for the trade. And please don't focus on this entry. I just push this button to show you that this loss should be taken. So what I'm thinking, just because of that I pushed my button randomly over there. Nothing. And I, to be honest, I didn't notice this low. This I didn't trade this gap. If you don't believe me, it's up to you. But I was feeling like that way. So that's why that high was protected for me. For example, here, if I would love to go for the trade, that high should be protected. Okay? You can see that it went below this last favorable gap. Why is that, brother? See this volume balance here, little volume balance. Actually, this is your gap from that high to that low. This is your last gap from that volume balance to that volume balance. Look at the price over there. Here, you don't have the volume balance, so that is the perfect gap. Here, the gap is here. But as my liquidity is here, I believe that this is going to be broken. And finally, market will take this. I want to see market will reach around this area. So tomorrow, I will see, okay, where the market has closed today. We'll see it tomorrow. I told that I want to see market is going to close here. It's not hindsight. When market was going higher, then I marked this area. It's not hindsight. This is all you are going to learn. Can you please say why is that last fair value gap? Sir, please, you have to watch the fair value gap concept folder, because this last fair value gap, anti fair value gap, they are too old now. And I have already explained them thousands of the time. It's so simple. Please watch those fair value gap concept folder, brother. It's all clear over there. Okay. If you watch it, it's gonna be helpful for you. If I tell you why is that, you will forget that. I promise you, brother, you will forget that. But if you watch them, you will remember them. If you watch it, I will get just one view. It doesn't matter. One view, nothing, right? For the YouTube uh, income or something, one view is nothing. But I prefer you to watch that video so that you can learn from there, not for my revenue or something. Great chat. No trades for me today. Hey Jerry, how are you, brother? By the way, I don't like the price action for today too. Yeah, it was little bad. It was not good. It was little bad, to be honest. I'm just watching to see if it can take that liquidity, okay? So that I can write down boom. In the morning session, I told that I'm the king of the direction. Would love to wait 2 more minutes to see if it can come here, okay? To be honest, I want to see if it can come here or not. Brother, this last fair cap has been broken. Why is that? You told that last fair cap is very important. Why is it broken? Where is your liquidity, brother? Here, do you have liquidity? No, I don't. You don't have the liquidity, so it doesn't need to break that last fair cap. Here, do you have liquidity below this last fair cap? 100% you have. It has taken that liquidity. Simple. Next liquidity here, right? So below this liquidity, where is your last fair cap? This is your last fair cap. So if I want to mark, I want to mark this last fair cap here around this area. So I want to see that market will reach at least until this last fair cap, until this area. I want to see that it will reach until this area. In the meantime, let me remove it. There is something else. First presented fair gap, nude opening gap high, all of this area I have. So what else can happen? It doesn't need to reach until this last fair gap. It can simply reach until this first presented gap, which I'm going to remove from my chart, at least until to the top of this nude opening gap. That is that can be the last line. It doesn't need to reach until this last fair gap. It can simply reach until this nude opening gap high. Now maybe it won't reach until this area. Maybe it won't reach to this green line, which I have told you here, right? That I'm expecting that market will reach over here. Maybe I'm wrong. Market is not falling for this. Do I really need to get that specific closing around this area? Isn't it convincing? How much handle did it miss to trade this gap? Just 11 handle. I was wrong for 11 handle. I wanted to see market will come to this green line or green area. I was wrong just for 11 handle. Is it really wrong? Do you really think it's wrong? Same clean highs. Market never leave those clean highs. This high and that high. They're clean highs. Market never leave those type of clean highs. I didn't notice this one to be honest, but market never leaves those clean highs. Keep that in your mind. If you don't mind, I wanna stay 2 more minutes, okay? I really would love to see if it can reach to this area. Netkit, I have already explained 7 times in the morning session why I kept this nude opening gap 7 times. So this is gonna be the 8th time I'm going to explain this nude opening gap why it is still over there. This is the 8th time, okay? So I'm not getting frustrated, but when I need to explain the same thing 7, 8, 9, 10 times, it's really so hard for me. This is that nude opening gap which has created over here around Thursday, 12th December. First time market has traded this nude opening gap here. Okay, just a small portion of this gap. Then market went through this nude opening gap. No reaction at all. It seems like there is no gap. See, it didn't give a shit to this nude opening gap. It just went through that. That means no reaction from there. Then market came here again one more time yesterday, okay, the day before yesterday. It went through this, used the top as a support, went higher. So far, what did I see? High, high. High is been supporting, or the reaction I'm getting just from new day opening gap high. Still, I have the 50%, still I have this low. So I need all of them. High reacted, low reacted, 50% reacted. Now I can remove this chart from my area. Okay, just a second. My mother actually called me. I just need to. আসসালামু আলাইকুম আম্মা। আম্মা আমি ওই লাইভে ছিলাম ওই জন্য আমি ফোন দিইনি। রাজা রাজা আসেনি না? আচ্ছা সমস্যা নেই, কালকে দেখা যাবে। তুমি তাহলে উঠে নামাজ পড়ো, হ্যাঁ? আচ্ছা আম্মা, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। Where I was. Oh, okay. So I was here. Top has been rejected, low has been rejected, 50% has been rejected. Now I can remove this nude opening gap from my chart. But to be honest, I want to see that market will go far from this nude opening gap, then I'll remove this nude opening gap from my chart. Otherwise, I would love to keep this nude opening gap until market leave this area. Okay, that is why it is still over here. This nude opening gap is still over there. I hope that it's clear to all of you why that nude opening gap is over there. Should not be in confusion. Okay, guys, I'm wrong. Okay, to be honest, I'm wrong. I thought that market will come here, but it missed me for 700 something like that. So I tried my level best to predict the closing or area where market should come, but it didn't come. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. Don't forget to leave the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. Okay. Until oh, by the way, tomorrow's morning session I won't be here, so around the PM session I'll try to come to the live. Yeah, around the morning session I have to go to the driving school. Tomorrow's morning session. So make sure that you are not in rush. Tomorrow is the last difficult day for this week. Don't overtrade, don't over leverage. Try to go simply. Uh, yeah, that's all. Okay. No, I won't be here. Netkit around the London as well. Okay. আপনার বাংলা তো অনেক কিউট। What was that? আবার I was talking to my mother. Okay, actually every day around the tahajjud time, around 3 a.m. Bangladeshi time, midnight. I called my mother for the tahajjud pray. So today I didn't called her. Okay, so around 4 p.m. actually, New York local time. Today I didn't call her, so she just gave me the call back. That's all. And Netkit, please watch those video, brother. I hope that they will be helpful. Okay, and yeah, that's all, brother. Thank you so much for being over here. Until tomorrow's PM session. Cheers, guys.